This is the only day that you can react to this video on December 31st, 2019, the last day of the decade. This is the final video we'll be making in 2019. So make sure you smash that like button if you're here in 2019. If you're here in 2020, let me know what your goals are for the year going forward in the comment section below, because I want to know, hopefully you can crush your goals, whether it's fitness, whether it's health, whether it's money, whether it's whatever you want to do. Hopefully you have a great 2020. I'm going to do this video. I'm going to go out and have a New Year's party, and hopefully you guys have a happy New Year. So today, as I said, is the last day of the decade that we can react to the best moments in WWE. We have a couple videos that we're going to look at made by WWE. We're going to look at the best catchphrases, the best debuts, and the best returns of the decade, because I wanted to look at this decade, kind of have a reflection of what's gone on and then what we're looking forward to in the future. And what a way to end with the Lana Lashley wedding getting rave reviews, and some saying it is the worst segment of all time in WWE history. I think that's a little harsh, but what a day it is, and what a time to be alive. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. I want to wish you guys a happy New Year, happy and healthy 2020, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. Thank you for sticking with the channel as long as you have, because I've been doing this forever. Man, there's been a lot going on. I've had a daughter. I got married. Well, I got married, then I had a daughter, and just my life has changed crazy. Deadlock's been kicking it off crazy, and now we're back with the best of the decade. So without further ado, So the first video we're going to look at is the best superstar catchphrases of the last decade. Now, this was made in 2016, so some of them may be older, but I couldn't find an updated version of this video. Like, I couldn't find one that they made. And if you look down here, this is a great sign that we're going to get a great video here, because we have 47,000 dislikes. 47,000 dislikes versus 14,000. So it doesn't look like it's going to be a good video, but without further ado, let's take a look at the best catchphrases of the last decade in 2016, which will be fun.
Woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo, woo. Is that even a thing anymore? Woo, woo, woo.
I want you to stand up.
Oh, We the People is Dead by Bad Creative.
And say in a very loud, clear voice, along with us,
We the People. Remember when Jack Swagger said that in AEW? He actually wanted to use an AEW. That was main event, by the way.
You're already a winner. All you have to do is believe.
This is crazy. You think about a lot of these, like bad news. Oh, you think about a lot of these, and they're not even catchphrases anymore. Like, this isn't even a thing anymore.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Man, I loved Wade Barrett in the bad news. They did us wrong over here.
Booty-O's. They make sure you ain't booty.
That's not even a cat. Okay, anyway, it's a tagline. That's not even a whatever. When's the last time you heard him say Booty-O's?
Dudley boys.
Hey,
One word to describe you, and I'm gonna
spell it out for you.
S-A-W-F-T.
So, okay, the crowd loved it. It was a great catchphrase. Swaft was pretty good, okay? These guys ended up being crazy, loony people, but you know what? It was a good time to be alive. So, wait, was this a thing they were trying to get over? This thing? Was this a thing they were trying? What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Is this what they were? Is this follow the buzzards? I don't know. What was this? I guess this was the thing they're trying to give. Luke Harper finally got released after this decade. And what's in the box? What's in the box? And dancing like a fool, and now he's the Fiend. Hey, what a time to be alive.
Because I'm the Miz.
And I'm man, Alex Riley. Man, I liked Alex Riley. I really did. I think he got that mega John Cena D push. Wasn't that what happened? I don't know.
Because we believe
Best for
in
business.
doing
Okay. I will give it to them.
for all of you.
Because after all, what's best for all of you is what's best for business.
What's funny is that this best for business stuff was like anti, ooh, you all suck. It's like a heel thing, but now like Triple H is like the man in NXT and everybody loves Triple H. So it's funny, like back then he was like holding people down, but now he's like the wrestling savior. NXT, NXT. You know what I mean? So it's pretty hilarious to think about it. And number one.
I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy.
I'm just the guy is the number one catchphrase of the decade from 2016, I guess 2006. What a time it was. And I don't think that's actually true. I don't think that's pretty good. Just the guy. Probably not the catchphrase I would do, but wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now we're going to take a look at the best. Now we're going to take a look at the best debuts of the decade. This one was made recently, so this is actually going to be accurate. So here we go. Top 10 of the decade, the debuts. Well, this is the best debuts of the entire decade. Okay, so let me just explain something while this goes down. I was here for this match versus Sami Zayn. My gosh, one of my favorite matches to see live. Like just straight up matches. Like I know there's a lot of crazy like hardcore tables, ladders, chairs. You know, the AEW crazy match with the Young Bucks, Lucha Brothers was insane. But this alone, oh my gosh. And being able to see like Nakamura, because he was huge in Japan and I followed him. Like that was the reason I liked New Japan was Nakamura. Be real. Intercontinental title reign. Anyway, to see this debut live was insane. The Nexus. Yo. I would, honestly, if it was me, I would put the Nexus really high on my list. The Nexus, to me, is one of those groundbreaking things that was like, okay, yeah, sure, they screwed it up, but man, was this ground, because like, pretty much it was like, this show was a joke, the original NXT. I mean, I liked it, I thought it was fun, but it was just like, they're beating up John Cena. Kevin Owens. Oh, he broke his nose. Oh, was this where Kevin Owens' nose got broken? Oh my, I think he got his nose broken. If I could remember. He got like an uppercut to the face and his nose broke, I think. Yeah, that was a crazy debut. This was like, this was the CJ Parker, forgot him. This was around the time before NXT was all these indie guys. This was like the start of bringing in people that had names, like Kevin Owens kind of. And so, I mean, now NXT is all big names. Whoa! Seriously, NXT is all big names, but back then, it wasn't. It was literally just like building start, like CJ Parker. It was like people that. Debut of Braun Strowman. I don't even remember that. I think he chokes him out. Burp. But yeah, NXT back then was just like a bunch of dudes doing dude stuff. Oh, the black sheep of the family. That mask looks so bad. It's like a black plastic sheet mask that you can get at Walmart. Oh my goodness, a monster. Who are you is a chant. And this was the beginning of the one versus all Roman Reigns. Oh, there's Dean over there. Are they going to have a debut of the Shield? Was that in this decade? I feel like it was. Adam Cole, baby, debuts. I was here for this too. When they came out, I was like, what is going on? And Adam Cole, baby. This was so cool. And this is the trend of NXT where it's like all big names come in. They all left at like the same time and had this awesome debut. They're still going strong to this day. Boom. How crazy is that? To think of that. To think that they'd still be going strong and NXT would be a third brand, and what a time. Oh, Samoa Joe had this really bad theme song at this time, I remember. Here's Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. Man. You know, I really love the Kevin Owens NXT stuff because, like, he was, like, friends with Sammy, and then he turned on Sammy, and we all wanted him to turn on Sammy. And then it was just, like, the craziest stuff ever. I have that Samoa Joe shirt somewhere. It's somewhere in my wardrobe. I don't know where it's at. What a crazy thing this was. Samoa Joe should have headbutted him. That's what I want to see. Like when he did to Kurt Angle. No, that was crazy. That was good stuff, man. The Shield. Oh, this was cool. You see, I think when it comes to debuts, I just want carnage and destruction like these boys be doing here. Debut of Ronda Rousey. This moment really blew my mind here because it was like, it didn't really blow my mind, but it kind of was like a slap in the, it's like, I was excited for it, but it's like Asuka just won and she gets to decide what she does. And here comes Ronda Rousey, who comes out of nowhere and is like, I'm going to WrestleMania. I mean, she did, but what are you going to do? Was it top? I don't know. Nexus was probably more important than Ronda Rousey. Sting. Okay, this was neat. I will give it to him. This was neat. But in hindsight, it was just a way to Triple H get over on. Dude, Sting's WWE run was booty. It was booty. It sucks. Was this what we wanted to see? I don't know. I wish Sting would have came earlier. He wouldn't have got hurt by... I think he got hurt during the Seth Rollins match, didn't he? Sting, Seth Rollins, Triple H, AJ Styles. Okay, do they show the right version of it? No, they just show this version. Oh, they do show the right version. Okay, so the actual version of this debut was just on Roman Reigns' face the entire time. And I remember being so mad because I'm like, what is this? What is going on? Okay, might be tops in my... Because AJ Styles is another guy who you thought would never come to the WWE. And to come out in the Rumble was a pretty crazy thing. So, that's pretty cool. Okay, AJ Styles, number one. I'm not mad about it, but it could have been Nexus. Anything else? I don't know. Nexus, to me, still one. AJ Styles, number one debut of the decade. Was it true? I don't know. I thought it was really sweet. I thought it was awesome. But we have to move on here. We're going to take a look at best returns of the decade. We actually have 20 of them, so we'll probably go through this a little bit faster. We'll scroll 20 top returns of the decade. AJ Styles, number one at debut, so not a bad one to be on the list. All right, the top returns of the decade. Number 20, the Dudley Boys. Bro. Okay. So this was around, I think Bully Ray did his stuff and he was really over in TNA and Impact or whatever you want to call it. And I really liked the Bully Ray stuff. And then they came back and then they had like the worst little run. They did. They had a really short, it wasn't good. It was like a really bad run for them. I don't know. Just should have been better. It was cool though that they came back for a while, but not a lot. Mysterio. Was this his current when you were... Is this like his... Oh, I guess it is. I was saying, is this like when he came back and he's currently still... Yeah, this is it. This was lit though. This was lit. This is pretty cool. I was not I don't think Dirt Sheets were telling us Ray was coming around or not. I don't remember. But it's crazy the fact that Ray still wrestles like he did today. Return Sting. I wouldn't even put this on the list of returns. Why'd Sting's paint come off? What was he doing earlier in the day? So Seth was supposed to get like the statue, but Sting was there. Okay. Actually, can we never mention this ever again? Can we just skip past this one? I would have never put this on the list. Oh my gosh. I still hate Jinder's run. I like Jinder. I thought he was fresh and new and something, whatever, but they ruined it. Diesel. Oh, this was lit too. Bow, 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 bow. Holy sh... And then he came back, and then he did some stuff with Punk, I think, after this. Was this it? Yeah. Well, it's cool to see him in Diesel. You know what? It would have been nice to see him as Diesel, like have another run as Diesel in WWE. That would have been sick. Bobby Lashley. Was he rumored to come back? Maybe he wasn't. I liked Bobby Lashley. This was hot off his Impact run. You talk about guys that did stuff outside of WWE. I thought his stuff in TNA was fantastic. And he came out and he was like champion of everything in TNA, and it was fantastic. And I like Bobby Lashley. And he doesn't even do anything but bang Lana. So there you go. Paige. I don't remember this. What I feel like was going on, maybe this was because I think she returned and then she was like injured after that. So I think she had like a short little return and then she had to manage and then she couldn't wrestle ever again or something. I don't remember. I'm back. She does say that. I remember that. I say I don't remember it, then I remember it. Cut. Paige here. Seth Rollins. What is? I don't remember this one. What? What? Whose voice is that? Hold on, let me go back. Whose voice is that? Whose voice is that? What? What? Oh, it's Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. Too bad he sucks now, and he had the worst freaking Twitter account of the year. What a guy. What a guy. Oh, yeah, this was great lightning effect. This was such a strange thing. Because he left his boots and his hat in the ring, and then he just, like, comes out. I will face you, John Cena, at WrestleMania. The weirdest way to promote something is John Cena had nothing going on, and then here comes The Undertaker. The Undertaker. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Sasha Banks. This was cool. She took her hair off. She beat up Natalya. This was pretty neat. After all the stuff that went on, you thought she was going to leave the WWE. And then she done take her wig off. She's got blue hair. And boom! Count on. Here's a drinking game. Every time Michael says, oh my God. Yeah. Sasha Banks. Yep. Continuing on. You don't have one last one. You have like a bunch, and then you go to Saudi Arabia, and there's a bunch of money, and then like you almost hurt the Undertaker. Like it was a bad time.
So, Brock Lesnar.
You're next.
Not only does that mean that you're next.
You're last. He's not last though. Remember Goldberg?
But most importantly, it means Brock Lesnar, you're last.
No. You're not last. Oh, this was cool. I remember seeing this was huh? Huh? Give me what I want. Does he say huh here? I liked it how he drugged the cameraman over there. Hopefully, oh, this was crazy. Hopefully he says, huh? Give me what I want. Hey, Hunter.
Hey, Hunter. Do I have your attention now?
Huh? Oh, he didn't say it.
New general manager Raw, Kurt Angle.
Yeah. He's a guy who I thought should have been in the Hall of Fame, obviously, but his in-ring stuff wasn't as good as it could have been. And maybe they shouldn't have let him wrestle. I don't know. In hindsight, we can all look back and say, maybe not. I don't know. But who knows? Oh, this was crazy, too.
You are the Ultimate Warrior fans. And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever.
That was like the creepiest thing ever because this was the last time we ever saw him, and then he passed away the next day. Oh, and he cut this like crazy promo, and you're like, ah, wow. Man, that might be one of the most shocking moments of the year. Of the decade, actually, I mean. This was insane. Okay, this would be tops because this was, again, I talked about Impact. This was hot off their Impact stuff where the Broken Universe was doing crazy stuff. And nobody expected them to be here. And they were here. Yeah, the Hardy Boys. This was cool. And then for them to win the match after that, man, not expecting that. Not expecting that.
I think it's as good a time as any right here and now. And say that we could be friends. So I offer my hand to you in friendship.
They bury the hatchet here. And then I think he has a match with Vince and hits him with the chair 1,000 times. Is that this decade or was this something else? I don't remember. They hug. What a time to be alive.
When I made my announcement, I said that I was going to swing for the fences.
This was wild.
We did better than
There was a lot of crazy, dude. If Daniel Bryan's not number one on this list, that's crazy. There was a lot of crazy people who were like, I'm done forever. And then they came back. And it feels like the same is going to happen with Edge. Roman Reigns beat leukemia.
Good news is
I'm back.
I'm in remission, y'all.
Yeah. There you go, dog. Number 3. Shane McMahon. If only we knew what we were getting here. We thought we were going to get the cool Shane O'Mac, and then it's best in the world, Shane O'Mac. Oh, I love Shane-O, though. I used to. I don't know. Everything's great until they bring him back, and then they ruin it. Brock Lesnar. Oh, yeah. This was so cool. He kicks John Cena's hat. Let's see if they show it. This was so neat. Neat. No, this was cool. I still like Brock to this day. I think he's a cool dude. Sure, he should be around more, but whatever. He'll be here. He'll be here next week, apparently, on Raw. The Rock. We didn't get Daniel Bryan return? We didn't get Daniel Bryan's the return on the list. Oh, man. That stinks. The host of WrestleMania, The Rock. That's just the motive of the W. Well, there you have it. There was the best of the decade. The Rock, number 1 on the returns. AJ Styles on the debuts. And Roman Reigns, I'm the guy, is your number 1 catchphrase of the decade. Anyway, I want to know you guys' thoughts on this. What do you think should be tops on the decade? I'm surprised Daniel Bryan return didn't make it on that list of top of the decade for returns, but I don't remember exactly. I think he came out and just cut a heartfelt promo, if I could remember to my mind. Yeah, I think that's what actually happened. But maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe it wasn't such a big, impactful moment. I mean, they announced it online, I think. And then he came out on SmackDown. I don't remember. But I would like you guys to know. Let me know your thoughts on what you thought was best or worst of the decade. If you guys do enjoy this, make sure you smash that like button. We'll be back huge in 2020. We got a lot of stuff in store. So if you guys do enjoy this, thank you guys for sticking around through the entire decade. We've been doing this for a long, long time, and it will only get better. But we're going to end that today. If you guys do enjoy this, thank you again. As always, I'm TonyPizzaGuy.